Everybody here today shares one thing in common, and that one thing is a desire to know. Whether you want to know how to get that new job you've been looking for, how to start that new business, or even how to meet that partner that you seek in life. Everybody here wants to know something, or you wouldn't be here at all. By the end of this video, not only will you know what you want, but you also will know how to get it. Now, it's strongly advised to have a piece of paper and a pen handy, because you're about to have a major breakthrough in your life. This breakthrough is going to be the easiest breakthrough you ever had, as all the obstacles that you've been facing simply fall away today. As you look back at the paper at the end of this video, you're going to realize 5 things. The 5 things you're going to realize is: number 1, you will understand the 2 U's. Number 2, you will understand and create the you that you desire to be. Number 3, you will understand the 3 laws of creation. Number 4, you will make a firm decision in your life. And number 5, you will finally have the key to your freedom. By the time you read section 5, you will understand not only what's been blocking you in your life, but how to finally receive what you desire. You see, everybody here is being timed, and for those who reach to section number 5, you will actually receive a free energy reading and a tarot reading with me, as well as a customized manifestation practice, where you can take everything you've learned today and put it in 3 practical steps so you can do over the next 30 days in your life. So what exactly is this breakthrough that you're here to receive? Well, the breakthrough starts with first understanding the 2 U's. Who here understands that there's 2 sides of yourself anytime you're going after a goal in your life? Who here have realized the 2 U's quite yet? Well, the first U is called the you that you were. And to show you this 2 U, I want everybody to draw a T-chart or a line halfway down their paper. Now, on the top left side of your chart, I want you to write the me that I believe I am. This is the first side of yourself. This is the you that you think you are. This is the version of you that you see yourself as right now. Now, on the top right side of your T-chart, I want you to write the me that I desire to be. This is the second version of you, and this is the you that you desire to be in your life. This is the you that knows the answer to the question you came here seeking today. Whether the answer is, how do I finally manifest that new business, or even become a movie star, this is the you that you desire to be in your life. Now, who here can see and understand how these 2 U's are connected? You see, one version of you is the you that you currently think you are, and the second version of you is where you actually want to go and who you desire to be. Do everybody understand these 2 U's? Great. You just completed the first thing you need to know to receive your breakthrough. Now it's time to actually start filling in those columns and move into section 2, so we can actually create the you that you desire to be. Now, in the top right column, you'll see the you that you desire to be. Now, I want you to go ahead and start to define who is the you that you desire to be in your life. What does this version of you have that you currently do not? Now, I want you to dream big here. The bigger you dream, the bigger the breakthrough we're going to have today. Now, pretend as if I have a magic wand in my hand, and over the next 30 days, you're going to see a huge breakthrough in your desire. What will that desire be? If you need a second to think about it, feel free to pause this video. The reason why it is recorded and not live is so that you can pause it and actually receive and take time so that you can get your breakthrough. Okay, you got it? So now that you got the you that you desire to be, let's move into section number 3 and actually make this decision. Now, everybody needs to make a decision here tonight. I'm not here to convince anybody of what they want. I'm just simply here to provide truth. I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. I'm here to share the truth. The truth I'm going to share is the truth around the reality we live in. Now, there's a decision that you will make in this section, and I'm going to present this decision to you. Now, it's up to you whether you believe in this truth or not. If you do not believe in this truth, then you will be leaving by the end of our next session. If you do believe in this truth, you're one step closer to your breakthrough. So what exactly is this truth? Well, there's 4 things you need to know to truly realize and download this truth that I'm about to present to you today. The first 3 things you need to know in order to realize this truth is the laws that govern our reality. You see, it's not a coincidence that some people are happy and content with their life, and some people are dissatisfied, confused, and frustrated. It's not a coincidence that some people just seem to be abundant in everything they do, while others barely get by on what they have. This is no coincidence, this is law. The first law of our reality is called the law of oneness. This law states that everything in our reality is one. Even though it looks different from the outside, on the inside, everything is the same. There is no difference from a tree and a fork. There is no difference between a pen and a knife. Although your mind may come up with 1,000 reasons why you feel they are different, in truth, they are the same. A perfect example of this will be race. From our eyes, we are taught to believe that because our color is different, we are different. This just simply isn't true. I'm not here to prove this to you. You can discover that on your own. The second law of our reality is called the law of vibration. Now, this will explain why everything is the same. Now, this law states that everything in your reality is vibrating. Everybody has seen their phone vibrate in their pocket before, or felt their phone vibrate in their pocket, so there's no need to go deeper. We all know what a vibration is. So since everything in our reality is vibrating, everything in truth is the same. The fork may look different from the spoon, but if you take a microscope and look at it, they're both vibrating. That's simple. Now, the third law of our universe, or of our reality, is the law of attraction. We have all heard this law at least once in our life. We have all seen a magnet before, and this law states that everything that is vibrating together will come together, and those that don't won't. We all seen how a magnet works. You got some magnets on your refrigerator. You've seen it. You know how vibrations work. Now, it is where the third law, where your breakthrough starts to happen in your life. It is in that third law, when you actually realize what's happening here, when you finally be able to connect to that breakthrough. Now, I want everybody to actually see this in their life. So I want everybody to take their hands and rub them together as fast as you can. Rub them together as fast as you can, as fast as you can, as fast as you can. Then I want you to stop. Do you feel your hand vibrating? Now it's time for you to realize that you are no different from anything else in our reality. You too are vibrations. You vibrate every day in two ways: your thoughts and your emotions. And it is time for you to realize this. This is the last thing you need to know in order to truly receive your breakthrough. Again, I am not here to prove anything to anybody. People has already done this for me. There was an experiment that was done not only in the past, but even still being done today, called the double slit experiment. Now, you can do this experiment at your house. You don't even need a fancy lab or any fancy technology to do this. Now, what they discovered in this experiment is not only do you vibrate, but your reality changes based off whatever you think and whatever you feel. Your reality is as much as aware of what you're thinking and feeling as you are. So now you understand the laws. What does this mean for the you that you desire to be? This means that the fundamental truth of life is there is no limitations to what you can have in your life. If you can think it, if you can feel it, if you can vibrate it, then you can have it. What that means is the you that you desire to be already exists, and you feel this through what you're feeling today. This has been studied hundreds of times over and over. There's books about it. It's just the fundamental truth of our reality. Now, this is where you make your decision. You can either continue to believe that success and fulfillment is up to fate, chance, or even luck, or you can choose to realize that you can have what you want and intentionally create the life that you want to live. This is the power that you have as a creator. But I know you're probably thinking, my life doesn't seem that way so far, and I'll tell you why it haven't seemed that way yet. And this is where your breakthrough happens. You see, the reason why you haven't seen it yet is because of a question you keep asking yourself. Not only have you asked this question to yourself, but it is the same question that led you here today. See, everybody wants to know the answer to the question how. Even after I just sat down and explained it to you, I know you over there thinking, okay, the reality that I have in my mind exists, but how do I get it? How do I actually get to that reality, Jay? What must I do? I want everybody to write that question how down in their left column underneath the me that I believe I am. Now, this question how is the question that the you that you believe you are will always keep you asking to keep you trapped. You see, there's 4 things I need you to realize about this question how. The first thing you have to realize is by asking that question how, you are also telling yourself that you don't already know. You see, if you already knew how, you wouldn't have to ask me. The second thing you are doing is telling yourself that you're not already there. Because if you already knew how to get there, you wouldn't have to ask me how. The third thing you're doing is completely discrediting the reality that you see and that you feel within yourself, making it seem as if it's outside of yourself and that you have to do something to get to it, something that can only be answered by that question, how. But most of all, what this question is doing is implying that there's something you need to do to get what you desire. that you somehow need to take a trip from the you that you were in order to become what you desire to be. And in between this space, something needs to happen for you to receive what you want. Well, this is the key to your freedom here. The key to your freedom is by asking yourself the question, why do you feel like you need to do something to get what you desire? Why do you feel like you need to negotiate with life? You need to negotiate with yourself. You need to negotiate with anybody to get what you want. Why do you feel like you need to act in a certain way? Maybe go to church every day, pray in a certain way just to get what you want. You feel this way because just like everybody else, you have been taught to believe that you need to do things to get what you want in life. Whether it was your parents not giving you that thing you wanted until you cleaned your room or made good grades, or whether it was your religion telling you that you need to do something in order to receive the blessings in your life, that you need to act in a certain way, that you need to speak in a certain way, or even conduct yourself in a certain way just to get what you want. Now, you've been deeply conditioned, just like everybody, to believe that you will not receive what you want unless you perform a certain action. Now, this belief traps you into that reality, because this belief traps you because now you feel you are obligated to create the reality you desire rather than realizing that it was yours from the start. Now you feel like you got to do something, you got to be something, you got to pay a certain price or even fight to get what you want. So when you ask me that question, how, it's because you truly believe you don't know. You're asking me, what must I do to receive it? What else must be done so that I can get it? You somehow feel unworthy of it, and only after doing something will you gain the possibility of receiving it. Now, this very same belief that you have makes it impossible for you to actually receive it. It's this very same belief that is blocking you from having it. Now that you feel like you have to do something, your reality will respond by giving you more things to do, by making you continuously ask that question, how? That question, how, the only way to respond to it is by giving you an explanation, or by giving you something else, or by giving you another step, or by putting another step in front of you before you can actually receive what you want. So over the next 30 days, I'm not going to be telling you how to get what you want, because you already know that. What I am going to be doing is showing you how to see beyond that belief that says you don't. That belief that says you have to make it happen goes against all the 3 laws that we've discussed earlier. You see, when you go against these 3 laws, it makes you feel isolated, alone, and actually separate from what you want. This causes you to go through ups and downs and highs and lows in your life. Cycles where you intensely believe that it's possible, and then cycles where you intensely believe that it's not possible. When you are intensely believing that it is possible, you are living outside of that question, how? You are outside of that belief. And because you're no longer trapped in it, you can actually see that reality you want to live. And because you can actually see it, you can picture it, you can imagine it, ideas come to you easily. Inspiration finds you easily. You know exactly what you need to do next in your life. No questions asked. There is no how. You just know. But when you find yourself trapped back into that belief, you feel like you need to ask that question, how? You feel like you need to look for answers. You feel stuck, confused, lost, or even isolated. Then you look at guys like me and you ask that question, how? Not because you don't know, but because you're trapped in a belief that says you don't. And because you've been believing this way for so long, you can't even see that you're trapped there. Now, this is called a karmic cycle. A cycle that goes around and around and around and around for so long that you just start to accept that this is how life's supposed to be somehow. You seem to can't leave this cycle. But the truth of the reality is, the truth is still here. You can leave this cycle behind once and for all by just letting go of that one belief. Imagine a life without having to fight or negotiate to get what you want. Imagine a life without having to ask that question, how? How will my bills be paid? Or how will I get that car? Or how will I get the life that I imagine? How? Imagine a life without asking how. A life instead of asking how you will receive what you want, just allowing yourself to receive what you want. This is the life that will be yours as you move towards it within the next 30 days. Now, everybody watching this video up until this point has left their phone number or even their email. Now, before getting into this video, you left that with us, so someone from my team will be reaching out shortly to book your free energy reading. But you will not only get that, You will also get a free customized manifestation practice that you can use for the next 30 days so that you can learn to see a life beyond that belief. But to make it even a more sweet offer, you will also be able to join the School of Ascension. So it won't be just 30 days that you'll be seeing beyond this belief, but you'll finally learn how to release that belief once and for all. So somebody will be reaching out to you soon. Check your emails and stay by your phone, because shortly somebody will be reaching out about your booked appointment. See you soon.